Well, I just got done with a chicken parmesan hero, so you know what that means, right? It's time for a game room tour. And now, it's the beginning of a new year, and it's the end of what I would call the old garage sale season. So that's it. We've had one season to compile what we have right now. So I've had a lot of requests for people asking for a game room tour, and I think this is the appropriate time at the beginning of the new year. So, without further ado, look at this fucking spider coming down from the ceiling. Are you kidding me? It's like a house of horrors in here. Okay. Here we go. I really wasn't planning on doing this, but... And I wasn't planning on my phone ringing either. Give me a second, guys. A wrong number. I'm trying to run a Hollywood show here. Alright, enough of that. Okay, so I really didn't expect to do this game room tour, so this is kind of off the cuff, and things might not exactly be where they're supposed to be. Anyway, let's start with the main cabinet here. Okay. Got my high-powered magnets holding everything. Okay, and what we'll do is we got our... Well, I rearranged the cabinet a little bit here. We have our Nintendo games at the top, all of our PS1 games on the second shelf, all of our Sega Genesis on the third shelf, then some box Nintendo NES games, Sega Master System games. Let me just... I don't know why I'm explaining this. Let's just go look. Take a look. Alright, I need a step stool. Hang on. Okay, let's start with our Nintendo games, shall we? Here we go. To be honest with you, we acquired basically all of our really good Nintendo games at one particular garage sale. I gotta climb on top of this thing here. And I haven't found close to as many Nintendo games as I was hoping to find this season. But it was really one particular garage sale that really put us over the top with some really high quality Nintendo games. And I think we got about 50. I believe it was about 50 Nintendo games at that particular garage sale, and they were all really nice titles. I don't have these games in any particular real order. You know, okay, I got the Castlevanias with the Castlevanias and the Mega Mans with the Mega Mans. But to be honest with you, I feel like I should have things maybe in like the order of the developer, like maybe Capcom games all together, you know, Ultra games all together, Acclaim games. So I don't know. That's the way I feel it should be. Let me try to block this glare here. But they're not really in any particular order right now. In any particular order at all. Dance aerobics, woo! All right, we got some Game Boy Advance SPs here, acting kind of as a bookend. A DS, an old Game Boy Advance. We have some Game Boy Advance games in the corner there, boxed. We got PS1 games here. PS1 games are really hard to scroll through on camera. Okay. Again, it was at maybe 2 garage sales that we really found the bulk of our really good PS1 games. PS1 games still being relatively easy to collect for, relatively cheap. They are getting more expensive and they are getting harder to come by, which is frightening because when we first started, you could basically walk out of your house, throw a rock, and hit a PS1 game. So I get more and more. Oh, there goes our Iron Maiden Ned Hunter game. I thought that was an appropriate place to keep it for now. You know, I am getting more excited about our PS1 collection. It's something that I never really cared for when we first started, but I get more and more excited, as with the PlayStation 2 games as well. Our Sega Genesis games, to be honest with you, I'm disgusted by it. None of the titles that I'd really like to have are here. You know, I can't find any, for some reason I can't find any of the Electronic Arts role-playing games. You know, King's Bounty and Might and Magic, Buck Rogers, you know, Starflight. You know, that's all the Sega Genesis games that I really want, I can't find. So, right here, straighten it out a little bit, very exciting. I put all the Kolecovision games in here. To me, that was very important because, as you might know, Kolecovision games are really special to me. So I thought it was really nice to keep them in here. I really love Kolecovision games. And, you know, it was like three really big transactions that gave us this collection. We got a really great package from a YouTuber. I'm sorry I forget the name. I hate forgetting names like that, but you know, chalk that up to poor brain capacity or too much alcohol. I don't know. But we got one big Craigslist haul, a big package from a YouTuber, and we got some ColecoVision games from somewhere else. I forget, maybe at a garage sale. Commodore 64 games. So I really love these games. Robotron 2084, Star Trek, and some type of I don't know, maybe a spreadsheet type deal or some type of business programming. I don't know what that is. A Shadowrun game, I felt the need to display it like this on top of two 32X games. Game Genie, which we're going to do a video of the Game Genie one day because I was scrolling through the Game Genie manual. I don't know where I put it. I should try to find that, right? I think I have it in one of the cabinets here. I have the Game Genie manual, and it says, if you play, there's an asterisk for Golgo 13. It says, do not enter this particular code, or don't do this with Golgo 13. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I looked through the whole book. None of the other games have that asterisk. So I'm like, what is the game going to break? Is it going to stop working? So we're going to do that soon. Okay, Nintendo DS games. A Sega Master System collection is really pathetic. I'd really like to have more games for the Sega Master System, but unfortunately I don't. The games that we do have, they're okay. Our 4 boxed NES games, real excited to have those. First time ever that we've ever had in the 5 years of this show that we've had boxed Nintendo games. Super excited about that. 4 boxed Super Nintendo games. I never find boxed Nintendo stuff anywhere, so yeah, other than GameCube and Wii. So very exciting stuff. Our Super Nintendo games. Super R-Type. I'd love to do a Let's Play of that, but unfortunately my capture card doesn't like reading Super Nintendo. Zombies Ain't My Neighbors, very cool. Super Metroid, got to get that sticker off of there. A lot of the Super Mario games, Super Mario World, All-Stars, Mario Kart, Mario RPG, Eye of the Beholder, and empty cabinet. And let me film this empty cabinet over here. I got to look through the viewfinder, I'm sorry. Eye of the Beholder, which is very cool. I want to do a Let's Play of that, but again, my capture card. My 3 Sega Dreamcast games. Again, I don't even want to talk about that. This stuff is just miscellaneous stuff is piled in here like garbage. I don't know why I did that. There's Tila. Hey, baby. Atari 5200 games. I really love Atari 5200 games. There's something about them I like. I don't know what it is. My Sega Saturn collection is just, it's pretty embarrassing. Especially for a guy that used to have a world-class Sega Saturn collection. And I say that without hesitation. My old Sega Saturn collection was a real jaw-dropper. It was world-class. And Sega CD. Again, nothing really to write home about there. And that's pretty much it for the main cabinet. I mean, that's the main cabinet. That's where I keep the things that are closest to my heart. Allow me to rearrange some of the lighting here. I'll just throw it down here. Okay, I get a lot of questions about, when are you going to finish painting the big cabinet, what I like to call the overflow cabinet. And I can't, it's too cold to paint in here now. When I use spray paint, it winds up just dripping right out of the cap and onto the floor. So I won't be able to finish that up until the spring. I had a person ask me, why is the inside painted as well? And the reason for that is because, this is a real heartbreaker. I started to paint the inside, and by accident, I used a latex-based paint on the inside, and then when I started to spray the spray paint over it, the paint began to peel. So, all the way through this project, hours and hours in, and I realized that the paint was gonna start to peel on me, and that was heartbreaking. And then I realized I had to scrap that project, flip the doors over, and start all over again. Let me tell you something. That was a difficult decision to make. But I said, if it's going to be awesome, and I'm going to make it worth keeping for a long time, I got to do this the right way. So I had to scrap that whole project. Anyhow, does anybody care? Moving along. Okay, so here's the overflow cabinet. This is what I like to call the overflow cabinet. This is the land of misfit toys, and I'll probably get a lot of hate mail from you PS2 guys and you N64 guys, but this is stuff that I love, but to me it's just not what I wanted to put in the main cabinet. Even though I am growing fonder of the PS2, every time I watch reviews and also play games. Well, we have more Dreamcast games here. This is like, right now you can't tell the difference if I'm filming my game cabinet or if we're in the thrift store, because it's basically all sports games. It's horrendous. It's embarrassing. I know. For some reason I can't find Dreamcast games out there. Certain people have certain things that they can't find out in the wild. Dreamcast is one of them, and lately I've been struggling with Sega Genesis. So here we go. A couple more DS games over here. Some more Game Boy Advanced. A DS there. Some empty Game Gear carts. A couple manuals. We got some Atari games here. I guess just some of the essential Atari games. I know we're going to find more. That's not going to be an issue. Jeopardy, I don't know why that's there. These are loose. Loose. I'm kind of fighting this door over here. Loose Sega Genesis titles. Nothing too crazy here. Final Zone, that's cool, yeah. Abrams Battle Tank. Yeah, Desert Strike down there. Jurassic Park. Thunder Force 2, that's pretty cool. Strider. Space Invaders 91, that's pretty neat. I'd like to do a playthrough on that. Valis 3, that's pretty neat. Devilish Glare. No, yeah, Devilish there, and you get the idea. Again, no great shakes in the Sega Genesis department. I'm going to close this door to let more light in over here. are Nintendo 64 games. Can't you see? No, of course you can't see them because they're impossible to display. We got a nice bit of games for the Nintendo 64. We have, you know, the Snowboard Brothers games, the Zelda games, yeah, Snowboard Kids, you know, and about 90 copies of Pokemon Snap. Over here, okay, the PS2 collection, which is growing nicely. I think we got a lot of nice PS2 titles. PS2 is something that I don't really know how to buy for. I just buy games that I think will be good based on game developers and stuff like that. I'm sure I pass up a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people howl at me for passing up on a lot of original Xbox games. I think I'm going to have to consider original Xbox games a little more because apparently I've been passing up some really good titles and I don't want to continue to do that. So I've been doing my research and my research, and you guys have been doing a lot of the research for me, being very helpful in telling me what an idiot I am for passing up some of the games that I'm passing up. Okay. There goes my Iron Maiden DVD. I'm not really sure where to put it yet. I want to put it in a nice spot, but I have it there for now. Okay, Nintendo GameCube games. GameCube is a game system I like to collect for. I don't know why, because even though I had a GameCube when the GameCube came out, I traded my Xbox for it. For some reason, I always liked the GameCube. I just need more time with it, I think, to play it. My Turbo Graphics, my Power Golf that I paid $5 for, brand new in the thrift store. Oh yeah. Some garbage here, some Xbox unopened game. I don't know what this is, a rental game. Oh God, I hope I didn't display this guy's address. Alright, I'm gonna have to block that. God damn it. Oh yeah. Using my editing program is like, it's just, I don't know what to say. Alright. Here are some big box PS1 games. Yeah, Resident Evil, that's pretty neat. Got a Wii game, one Wii game there. And then some Intellivision games down here that I put in color order. Can you see that? Whoa! It's pretty cool. I like Intellivision games. And just some manuals there, some more Intellivision games. A Super Mario, Super Show, DVD, I don't know. Okay, and that's pretty much, that's the overflow cabinet. And that is filling up quicker than I thought it was going to fill up. So hopefully this will be able to contain the volume of games that I expect to find next season. Alright, here we go. Now down here, I don't know if you guys really ever... Oh wait, let me move on. Of course, it's the PC Engine cabinet. This is my favorite cabinet in the room. And it's also the most empty cabinet I have. And basically we got Keith Courage in there. Focus. Keith Courage, Victory Run, and R-Type 1 and 2. How exciting, huh? Oh wow, I love to open up this cabinet right here. Big plans when it comes to getting more games for in there, so expect more to come. Okay, let me get my light situated here. I'm gonna have to try to hold the light and film at the same time. Yeah, so this is the chest down here. I've had this chest for a long time now. I keep game consoles in here. It's right underneath the main cabinet, but I don't think you guys get to see it that often. Okay, we got some stuff in here. An Atari. I don't know if I'm going to go through this whole thing, but PS1 in the box, a Dreamcast, television back there, PS1 Slim, got two PS1 Slims there, Super Nintendo, a Model 2 Genesis, the 32X. What do you got under there? Another Super Nintendo down there. A Sega Genesis. I think that's a Model 1 down there. Another PS1. Got some bubble wrap. A Sega CD in the box. There's our 5200. Underneath the 5200. What we got there? We got Sega Saturn. We got our Coleco converter. Underneath that, another Super Nintendo. Yeah, that's pretty much that box. That's where I keep a lot of the consoles and whatnot. I think I'm going to wind up trading in the consoles, maybe to a game store or something like that. Maybe get a little credit for them, and then convert them over to games. Because, I mean, let's face it, I don't think anybody really needs 4 Super Nintendos. Okay, over here we have 2 boxes. One box has some stuff that I had hanging up on the wall that I had to kind of clear out because I think things were getting too cluttered. We got our baby here. We got Pee-wee. And our strategy guides, which are in here getting really filthy, dirty, and dusty. Hold the light the right way. And then shut it off with my arm. If I can do this. You try holding a camera, operating a light, going through these boxes, and trying to narrate at the same time. Alright. Yeah. These are strategy guides, which are slowly deteriorating out here with the dust and the dirt. And here we go. Here's another box. Sadly, these are some doubles that I had that I left exposed, and they wound up getting a bunch of overspray on them from painting the cabinet. So these are pretty much wrecked. Okay, and down here we have another one of these steamer trunks. I highly recommend to anybody, if you go to a garage sale, you see one of these steamer trunks. These are the best things for keeping stuff in. They really are. All right. In here, come on, you stinking thing. I'll clip the light to that. I'll clip the light to that, and the whole thing will come crashing down. Hold on a second. Okay, is that better? No, of course not. There we go. All right. So here's where we keep all the controllers, all the wires, all the RF, all the components, all that stuff. Light guns in here. Arcade sticks. Who knows what half of this stuff is? Controllers, you know. So, you know, everybody, oh yeah, let's do a Let's Play, yeah. So the nightmare in doing a Let's Play is I got to come in here, I got to dig out the console. Then I got to come over here and I got to wrestle the controller out of there. I got to wrestle the AC adapter. And I got to wrestle the AV cords out of here, and then I got to hook the thing up to my capture card, and hope to hell that the capture card actually accepts it. So I mean, you know, that's my struggle. Here we go. Oh, got another bin over here, and in here, let me get the light. Okay. We got a Sega Genesis Model 2. We got a Coleco in there. We got the steering wheel. We got the roller controller for the Kolecovision. I think down below here, there's a GameCube. There's our Super Action controllers. We got another Kolecovision down there with an Atari converter that we got from from a very special YouTuber, which I forget the name. I apologize, a million apologize for getting names today. But yeah, I like this bin. This bin puts a smile on my face. Got a lot of good stuff in it. So, oh wow. What can you say? what can you say? Let me put this thing on the stand here. What can you say? That's 1 year. That's a synopsis of 1 year of garage sailing. And am I happy with those results? I think it's decent. I think we've done better in years past. But to be honest with you, the competition is really stiff. And, oh, handheld games. I think I should do this now. I think I should do this right now. Okay. Let me see how I'm going to do this. All right, yeah. I did a little something new here. I wasn't... shit. Come on. We're going to do this right now. So handheld games, I think everybody has a problem with loose handheld games. They don't sit well on the shelves, and they seem to fall all over the place. And to be honest with you, I had them all in a big bag. And I was looking at this bag of all the handheld games, great stuff, and I was like, this is just pathetic. I was like, I need a way to display these. So I was going to do a video, but to be honest with you, I couldn't do a video of a build because when I did the build, it was freezing cold out and it was even like misty rain outside. I couldn't set up the cameras. So I think that's an appropriate time to check it out. My fucking drill's not plugged in. Got 1 second. Ah, jeez. Well, you know, one of these days this thing's going to come crashing down on my head. It's not a matter of will it happen, it's just a matter of when will it happen. And I just hope to God that we get it on film. So maybe I can get some subscribers out of the deal. Okay, here we go. So, I'll put the light up over here so we get more light. There we go. I found a little space in between the studs. And I have this board made up with some magnets on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to ride on this metal rail here. Okay? And then when the time comes, I'm going to paint it up real nice. Maybe we'll do a nice little cool design on there. I don't know. And then what will happen is this will slide down automatically to... I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but it's going to slide down to reveal this little nook underneath our main cabinet, and we'll take a closer look. And this is where we're going to keep all of our... Get away from the glass. This is where we keep all of our handheld games. Just some pieces of wood. I'll try to get a better look. Some pieces of wood that I cut a groove in. Let me see if I can get... Yeah, cut a groove in there with the old table saw. And we stick our games in there like so. And what it does, it's pretty cool because the games slip into the groove and it kind of protects the contacts and gives the games a place to stay. I put the Lynx games at the top because as far as portable handhelds are concerned, I think the Lynx is just the greatest little handheld system ever made. Everybody will argue with me on that one. And then we got Game Boy on the second level. all these shelves I can take out. I can slide out of here, and I can modify them. So I'll be able to modify this, make it 3 rows. That way we have more room for Game Boy games, because obviously we're going to get more Game Boy games. But here are the Game Boy games. You guys want to take a better look at them. And below that is the Game Gear. Game Gear, I don't think is a very good handheld system, but it holds a very special place for me because my friend Georgie across the street had a Game Gear, and we used to have portable handheld wars comparing. He would compare his Game Gear to my Lynx, and I would ultimately explain to him that his Game Gear was garbage and that my Lynx was superior. So, you know, the Game Gear holds a lot of nostalgia for me. And we have Game Boy Advance games down here. Again, all these shelves have room for expansion. This can, you know, we could put more games up there because we're going to need a lot more room for Game Boy Advance games. And at the very bottom, DS games. There we go. We got one there that we don't have a box for. Pokemon Black 2. So that's it. A little cove in the wall there to hold portable games. So, I don't know. I thought you guys would find that neat. Anyhow, that's the game room tour. I'm BITHEAD1000, and you've just tuned in to the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. I'll see you guys next time.